And that's it. It's over. This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers conquer the bubble, and banner number 17 will soon hang in the rafters.
Lob, Davis, with one hand, throw it down, the Caruso. Don't challenge JaVale. Do not challenge him. Blocked by Davis.
Well, I tell you, AD is showing off a bit.
Dudley will count if it goes. It goes! LeBron trying to bully his way in with one hand.
And here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers!
Danny Green for the tie! For the tie! We're going overtime! Alex, yes! Here comes LBJ! Look out! Throw that baby down! And what a great play!
The moment you've all been waiting for. Which play will be number one? Hello and welcome to Lakers Top Plays of the Year. Top 50 plays. I'm Chris McGee, Mike Bresnahan, Allie Clifton. In a year where the Lakers won the championship, it can only mean one thing. We had hundreds of plays to choose from. It makes this show so much fun, and we're going to count them down from 50 all the way to 1. Are you guys ready for this?
Oh, what do you got?
Let's do
Excited?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
You think you know what number 1 is? You wish. All right, let's go. We're counting down from 50 to 41. We're kicking things off with Alex Caruso, the strip, LeBron James, the fast break, Rondo, LBJ off the glass for the dunk. That's not a bad start, Allie.
Look, we knew the Lakers were at their best when they were out in transition, maybe a bit humbled in game 1. They knew they had to compete as track stars.
First of all, that's 50.
They're ready to go. That's 50.
What are the other 49? Lakers hosting the Nets. LeBron picks Joe Harris's pocket, dives on the ground for the steal. Lakers ball movement sets up Kyle Kuzma for the two-handed dunk.
Yeah, a couple floor burns there for LeBron. Doesn't care, doesn't travel, gets the ball up and out of there quickly, and Kuz filling the lane. Nice little drop-off pass by Avery Bradley as well. LeBron just sacrificing the body from day one of the season. Fun to watch.
Number 48, let's listen in.
Alex, the hook pass. Good hands by LeBron. Look at this feed to Howard. Another great Showtime feed from James to Dwight.
Allie, you weren't born during the Showtime era, but this is what it looked like every night. That's what it looked like every night.
Of course, Laker fans, you've seen this plenty of times. Never gets old.
Number 47 in the bubble, final 20 seconds against the Clippers with the game tied at 101. LeBron's going to miss the runner. He's going to follow his own miss. Go-ahead bucket. Beats the entire team, Brett.
No one boxed out. The King, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white jerseys, watching the ball go right back into his hands. Way to follow your shot, LeBron. Who says fundamentals are dead in the pro game? Very nicely done.
Number 46 against the Nuggets in the bubble. Kuz is going to miss the floater, but look at AD. Put back monster dunk over 2 defenders.
We always say it, an animated AD is a fun AD. This is right at the buzzer of the first half. We all got hype.
Number 45 against the Blazers in the bubble, Anthony Simons. We're going to show you this a couple times. Makes the mistake of trying to lay it up with King James nearby, and he swats it away, Bress.
Yeah, the young player just starting to get to know the league a little bit. Now he knows LeBron James a couple times. A little flashback there, Geet.
Yeah, flashback to LeBron
Almost
chasing him down. You got to learn your lesson the first time around, Allie. Let's go to number 44. It's the Nuggets in the playoffs. Paul Millsap drives to the rim. Danny Green says absolutely not. I don't do this often. When I do, it's exciting.
Exactly. It's just like when he dunks it. When he blocks like that, rule of verticality to a T, you have to be excited about it.
Millsap, a tough guy, too.
Number 43 in the NBA Finals. Remember, the game before this, the Heat won, and Tyler Hero was snarling. Not anymore, Brett.
Yeah, I don't see a sneer on that play. I see a guy kind of faking a little too much. Kind of got pushed mildly, but ended up in what would have been the third row if there were bleachers and fans and that type of thing. Can't do that, Hero.
Number 42, AD with the save. Kuz with the finish. Incredible play at 42, Allie.
Though I love Kuz's finish and the dunk, that right there, that's when we did have fans in the crowd.
Right.
It makes you want to dive into them just like that. 6'10", 6'11", behind the back, the skill. Who does that?
Lefty, too. Kind of flung it behind him. Lefty surprise right there, Allie. Bench, great reaction. They did that all season long.
Number 41 versus the Bucks, Chris Middleton thinks he has an open shot for three, but AD, surprise, surprise, blocked from behind, Brett.
He thinks he knows, but he just doesn't know. I love his reaction afterwards. Kind of the, what? What just happened? Kind of palms up in the air. AD just happened to you, Chris Middleton. Sorry, bud.
So Anthony Davis, and we're going to talk about a couple plays once we're done with each set, ones that kind of stick out. For me, it's number 42, guys. That play is one of the cooler plays of the year. You mentioned the crowd. That was really exciting. You heard how loud they were.
Yeah.
But the AD, I mean, he just showed us every single night special plays like this, the wraparound with the left hand, Brett.
Not just a shot blocker, rebounder, alley-oop, dunk finisher. He's really versatile. I was really impressed by all the different looks we got from him. By the way, he can also handle the ball, shoot some threes. We might see one of them later in the show. Also, just total disregard for the body right there. Just flung the ball back, dove into the seats, the pricey ones, of course, and popped right back up. No problem for him. Kuz, happy to oblige at the very end.
Whether or not he knew Kuz was there, he played it off as if he knew exactly what he was doing with his body control, the awareness. Special.
Happy guy right there.
The next play I want to talk about, play number 43, because it became a meme, it became a GIF. It's LeBron James just kind of tossing Tyler Hero like a rag doll, part flop, part just you're not strong enough to hang with me, part LeBron just saying get out of the way, I'm going to hammer on your face.
Look, I know this happened in the finals, but given what happened leading up to that moment,
yes,
it's like, okay, here's your welcome to the NBA, son.
Yes.
And there was just no reaction because Bron didn't need to give a reaction. My work, everything that I have done to this point lets you know where you are.
Yeah. It's almost like he planned it.
Hero kind of talked the talk the previous game, but he kind of flopped the flop right there. That was not his finest moment in a very young career so far for him.
LeBron's look running back down the court was all you needed to see.
Yeah.
All right, still to come on top plays. AD absolutely dominated his first year with the purple and gold. Ahead, we'll have more highlights from the Brows. Our top 50 countdown rolls on.
Rondo, the quarterback, and he's going to throw it into the front court. Oh, LeBron with a great catch to Caldwell Pope. Beautiful! What a play to end the half!
Here's a steal by Rondo. Rondo breakaway on the other end, lays it up and in. Playoff Rondo is real, and he's spectacular.
Oh, Anthony Davis on a beautiful setup from Rondo.
Another great Showtime feed. Lob to AD. There's no question about it. He's back on the bayou. Got to get it in, and he does. AD steals it. How about that? Welcome back, Anthony Davis.
Block by Dwight Howard. A spectacular block by Dwight.
Here comes LBJ across the timeline. LBJ all the way. Throw it down, LeBron. 16 to shoot. Lob to LeBron. Out of bounds. Slam it with 2. Throw it down. Myers Leonard goes back, and LeBron says, I'll take it. And he takes it strong for the dunk.
Because I stopped thinking there was going to be a whistle.
You might be asking yourself exactly what we are. How did those plays not make the top 50? You want to know why, Bress?
What do you got?
Because there are so many good plays.
So many.
It's fun when you win a championship, Allie.
You say we said it at the beginning of the show.
We said it. All right, we kick off this part of the countdown with none other than playoff Rondo. Number 40, Game 3, Finals, NBA, Rajon Rondo, half-court lob to Anthony Davis for the reverse alley-oop.
These two play so much trickery, not on their opponents, but also on their teammates. They just have that 1-2 punch that's like undeniable.
I wanted to ask our producer Ryan if we could do a top 50 lob dunks to AD. Listen in for number 39.
They get the ball back to Porter on a give and go. Blocked by AD. Spectacular block by Anthony Davis. Met him right at the rim.
Yeah, we could also do a top 50 AD blocks for sure. Michael Porter Jr. made a lot of noise in the bubble. Not the good type of noise right there, though. He got stopped by one of the great shot blockers of our generation.
Number 38, Miami finals, LeBron, steal. Again, guess what? Lob, catch, hammer.
Okay, LeBron is a one-man wrecking crew by himself, but then when you realize as an opponent, oh, Anthony Davis is there too? Hello.
Hello. First round, Portland. You guys remember that? Lakers are supposed to lose. Damian Lillard.
Yeah, where's the sweep?
Thinks he has a free run at the rim, but Davis slides over for, guess what? Another block.
Yeah, lefty block. No surprise here. Dame came in red hot. Remember, he was the regular season MVP, so to speak, in the bubble. Not there.
I still love that Dame wanted to dunk that. We got Caruso, the flip up.
Did you know it was coming back? I didn't.
I totally forgot.
I know. This is why people love the two of them on the court together.
Hold on, that's
Understanding.
36?
It's 36.
We got a ways to go.
35. It's a trio of blocks on Russell Westbrook in the postseason.
That one was ridiculous.
Block in game one.
Yeah.
Block in game two. And an absolute swat in game three. Excuse me, that was game two as well.
Yeah, Westbrook just kept putting on a tee for LeBron. Just
I thought they were
boom,
friends.
boom, boom. Crazy.
Number 34, Kuz, pump fake, drives in for the one-handed dunk.
Poor Robert Covington, left in mud. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ball's on the floor, stolen by LeBron. Here come the Lakers 2-on-2. Caruso, alley-oop to LeBron for the dunk.
Al, you said it, fun to watch those two together, especially in crunch time. They had some amazing plays down the stretch of games. Pretty good synergy going on right there. They can read each other's minds, it appears.
Defense from LeBron James. But Allie doesn't play defense anymore.
I just don't understand. When will
But Allie-
players understand when he is that close to you at the rim? Just
Pass
give
the
it up.
ball. Pass the ball.
Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers. Number 31. Versus the Grizzlies. Remember them? John Morant. AD comes from behind.
Yeah, another young guy who's going to learn pretty quickly. When AD is down low, you have to be careful. You have to double clutch. You have to switch hands. You have to pull up maybe and do a little drop. Got to do something.
Real crowd noise.
I know.
By the way, I want
Say
to
the
correct.
same
I
thing.
want to make a correction. Those first two blocks with Russell Westbrook, those were in game one. Then it was the next game that he had. So those three blocks on Russell Westbrook, he kind of turned back the clock. That's one of his best friends.
Yeah.
Treating him like that.
I just want to know what the text exchange was after the game.
Do you think he
are you
waited till
doing
after?
to me?
Do you think he waited till like after the postseason, or do you think he did that during the series? They text.
I think after the series, after that series, because Russ had nothing else to do then. He was done.
There weren't a lot of
Maybe.
restaurants in the bubble. Maybe they just saw each other after the game at one of the restaurants and said,
Or
yeah,
maybe
man.
they just knew.
Maybe they just knew. Maybe they didn't have to say anything to each other. But Westbrook's got some jets. He's got some hops.
I mean, that one right there is.
yeah, just
come on.
like it's like lobbing a little pitch to a softball kid who's trying to learn how to swing a bat.
That one too. That's like what when I was a PE teacher. That's what I would do to like the little kids. I'd have him shoot. I would swat it literally as far as he could. He treated him like that.
You would.
You know,
would
100%.
draw that
Yeah, that's what you're
comparison.
supposed to do to the kids.
Toughen 'em
Swat
up a
'em.
little.
And once in a while, you let them score. But yeah, you got to teach them.
Every once in a while.
Come into the house.
Maybe that's what LeBron thinks about other players in
That's
the
what I
league.
mean. They're like little kids. Number 38, Allie. Finals, lob to AD. What's interesting about this is we saw it day one, preseason, all the way to the finals of the NBA. Just lob after lob after lob. This connection.
That's what I'm saying. I just, as an opponent of the Lakers all season long, you had to have been thinking, we have to find a way to slow down LeBron James. That in itself can be detrimental. And then you remember that you got, another top 3 player in the league today on that squad. That's tough.
Do you like the catch and the cock back, then the dunk?
Yeah, a couple times like the lob, and this was a good lob, but sometimes AD had to reach behind him, kind of speed up the play and kind of get the ball in front of him. You could throw that thing up anywhere. You could throw it off the top of the backboard. It'll trickle down. AD will still be up there, get it, and put it down for you.
I want to remind everybody, that's hard to do on a Nerf hoop at home, to catch it like
Yes.
that. Cock it back and dunk it. All right, he will pick this one up. Number 30 in Miami. The chemistry doesn't get better than this. Are you kidding? Come on, the little touch pass.
Wow. That was a fun game.
You know what's
Speaking
fun
of
is watching you
fans,
look
we
at this
miss
play
you.
like it's the first time you've seen it. Still exciting, right?
Christmas rally.
That's how long the season was.
I just like the Miami jerseys, too. Number
Sweet unis,
29.
for sure.
Never get in his way, Brez. Game 1 versus the
Yeah.
Rockets.
Yeah, Westbrook just had a rough series, and that was just kind of the continuation of that. Real McGee can't believe it, can he?
He cannot. Number 28, LeBron in the clutch versus Celtics. Listen in.
I've been setting them up all night with the, back down to the drop step, to the baseline. So I figured he would sit on it, thinking that I would try it again. So just went to my back down and gave a little dream shake to the baseline and was able to open up middle and get my fadeaway.
I feel like the narrative is
Yeah.
always there from some haters, but if you remember during that time, it was all about LeBron can't finish in the clutch.
And I love that you love the Celtics beatdown as much as us coming from Cleveland.
That's what I've learned.
How about Rondo hitting this shot, Brez? Come on.
You know, I asked him after the game in a little Zoom interview. That was pretty lucky, right, Rajon? He said, no, I practiced that shot. Apparently he does.
If you do that in horse, you better apologize after this. Let me introduce you to the logo.
Feel bad
King.
about that.
On 3 separate occasions this season, Allie, LeBron just stopped and delivered Dame style.
For the 2 regular season ones, do you remember by this second one in Los Angeles, we all thought, is that just a normal shot for you? Because he just had done the one in New Orleans.
Exactly. I mean, he went on a roll there for sure.
JaVale's facial expressions are so good, too. How about this? We're going to access 360 it. Josh Hart, remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Of course you do.
Good kid.
Love him. Good kid. Got to say D, too. He comes out. LeBron comes out to help. Caruso from the weak side
Ooh.
throws down on Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
An absolute
Lonzo,
stuffing, Brez.
Yeah, he kind of got knocked down a little bit, didn't he? Oops.
One of my favorite plays of the year.
Just to be able to, at this point in my career, to share the same, jersey that he wore, be with this historical franchise, and just represent the purple and gold. It's very humbling. It's dope. Kobe's a legend. That's for damn sure.
Look, they
Number
always,
24, Allie, a tribute to the mom. That's the only way you can do it.
and they always say hindsight sees 2020, and everything about that is breathtaking.
Number 23, Danny Green. This was so early in the year, Brez. Big moment. Lakers tied it, ended up winning in overtime. Luka and LeBron went at it.
Yeah, I was at this game. There's already some budding excitement about Luka Doncic and what the Dallas Mavs could do this season. Kind of sat that crowd down pretty quickly in Dallas. Big 3. Dwight's screen was more of like a pile driver on the sideline, but whatever.
Clint Capella. JaVale. Denial.
I mean, Clint Capella played for the Rockets this year.
You forgot that, didn't you?
You
Totally
did.
forgot that, didn't you?
And I forgot how good JaVale is at the rim. There's your reminder.
Number 21, KCP.
Haven't mentioned him in a while.
I know.
Yeah,
There he is showing the hops, Brez.
yeah, nice little surprise vert right there over your friend Capella, again with the Rockets. Kind of forgot about that, didn't we?
Did.
Got to give our props to our producer, Ryan. Play number 24, of course. So
Nicely
fitting.
done.
Nicely done. LeBron passing number 24, the late, great Kobe Bryant. Brez, you were there in Philly, and it was a really special moment for LeBron James, and he talked a lot about it in that locker room.
Yeah, no doubt about it. For a guy who has so many accolades and so many trophies and so many whatever over his career, to do that is so special and meaningful. And LeBron handled it the right way. He said, this is amazing to pass someone in the stature of Kobe Bryant. In only his second year with the Laker franchise, LeBron already knew so much about the greats who also wore the purple and gold. And this year, he put his stamp on the importance of winning a championship by doing exactly what he did, especially during the playoff run.
Of course, the next day, Kobe tragically passes, and Allie, we didn't know it that night. Neither did LeBron James. Kobe sending the tweet. Brez, you were on that plane, and the guys dedicating that year to Kobe. It's a lot of pressure.
And then hearing that morning before they took off to come back to Los Angeles, he and Kobe had a moment on the phone.
Yeah.
And the team got to hear and listen in on it. Again, I said hindsight sees 2020, but there's still not a lot of words that you can really put in place for what happened in that moment in itself from the night to the next day.
Yeah, and I've said this before on the air here, but I'm going to keep saying it. I like how the team kind of kept it privately, how they wanted to dedicate the season to Kobe. They weren't talking about it outwardly, nothing about a guarantee of a championship or we're doing this for Kobe. Only after they won it all did you really hear how important it was for them to remember him and to memorialize him in the way that they did.
Coming up on top plays of the year, the purple and gold had fun on and off the court. When we come back, we'll show you some of the funnier moments as we head into our top 20.
By the way, LeBron is having fun with the fans. Look at him.
The rim has got 2 block shots tonight.
Dwight's trying to get it again. Look out in row number 1. LeBron knocked over one of the young ladies who's working here, and that is not a good pass. And LeBron knows it all, man. That went in.
I think that was a lob.
It was the lob.
Rondo not arguing.
Oh my God, the Lakers had a brain cramp. It ain't our ball.
Probably one of the worst things I've ever done in my career. I just had a malfunction.
It's on goal! Hey! It's on goal! Actually, more of the spin!
But it still went in.
Went in anyway.
I don't know what he's trying to do.
Very high off the
Are you
board.
kidding me?
And he scores it!
That was fun.
The travel was my favorite. I totally forgot about that.
Right?
Just had a malfunction.
And you know what's
And
great
we
about
do it
those
every day.
plays? Still won a championship.
Yeah.
So you can laugh about them and have
Yeah.
a good time with them. Make fun of ourselves. We love that. 30 down, 20 to go in our top plays of the year show. We'll kick it off with Dwight Howard taking flight for number 20.
What?
Yep. LeBron goes through his legs, Brez Alley, one of my favorite plays.
Forgot about this one.
Back in Atlanta. That's right.
Ooh, good point.
Flying.
Dwight's hometown and former team.
Spent a few minutes with the Hawks, didn't they?
Cup of coffee
Yeah.
with the Hawks.
Maybe 2.
Number 19, we're going to go Access 360, Brez. Third quarter coming to an end in Brooklyn. Look at Jared Dudley. I'm open. I'm open. Rondo, the beautiful pass, the hoist. Bang, bang, bang.
Duds. So good off the court. And you know what? Pretty good on the court right there, too. He celebrated like he just hit a playoff buzzer beater. Fun to watch him.
Against his former team, too.
That's right. He played a lot of games.
Caruso's face.
2 seasons ago.
All the chest bumps. 3, 4. Anyone in the crowd, 5. 5, 6.
He wanted more. He wanted
Anthony
10,
Davis, number 18. I don't know how you decide between all the lobs, Allie.
And every single one, we're having to talk about his reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
His
glad it wasn't
ability
us
to stick
who
it.
had to decide. That's
By the
tough
way,
call.
that is tiny dog defending. Brandon Ingram. He's tall, too. Number 17. Listen. AC.
I put myself in a good position. I saw Dwight was wrestling with whoever was underneath, and there was just a clear lane for me. The ball was going to the rim and kind of tracking it, and played so much basketball since you're young. You know how the ball is going to bounce off the rim. So I saw it was probably going to land off the front and just bounce right back to me. So I just kind of went for it and it worked.
I don't know what impressed me more. Was it the power of the dunk or the timing that had to go into it? Either way, pretty good play right there.
Number 16. It's AD with authority. The Greek Freak trailing.
It's one of the very few bright moments of this matchup. What a good one, nonetheless, in Milwaukee. Against
Lakers
the
got their Bucks revenge before the shutdown.
And they made the finals, too.
And with the trophy.
And champions. More through the legs action right here. Plays getting weird. Caruso. Caruso to LeBron, the greatest duo in the NBA this year. Woo! Oh, nature boy,
Flair,
Brez.
loving it. By the way, Caruso turned the defender inside and out at least 3 times, like a receiver making a safety dizzy.
And they did Josh Hart dirty on Instagram and social media after that. Listen in.
Look at this porous defense.
No, until the end. Don't challenge JaVale.
Yeah,
JaVale's always talking about how well he takes care of his body. With authority, extended high, to put that much into that.
That's one of the best.
What I said?
That's
I asked him after the game if he hurt his hand. He said, no, he's fine.
take flight, bald eagle.
When's a Caruso top 50 coming out? I mean, is it time yet? Do we have enough?
We did a Caruso top 10 the other day.
We did. I felt like we need more.
That was a lot of fun.
This kid just kept providing and providing. Keep in mind, his first full year with the Lakers, he was kind of on the two-way deal for a while. Spent some time in the G League. He is anything but a G League player these days.
Number 12, did anyone know Danny Green could still do it like this? Look at the spot shadow, Allie. And watch him, Allie.
Look at him. He wanted the three, too. Look. The end of this, the bench reaction. Kobe. I mean, what hasn't that man seen? He loved it. Oh, yeah, and he was drug tested after that. Remember it?
Yeah, people were like,
Not
come
Kobe,
on now.
Danny.
That is funny. Number 11. AD splitting defenders. And just, man, he crushes the Jazz because he likes to go up against Rudy Gobert. Press.
Yeah, and he kind of got the best of Ed Davis there. Former Laker, nice guy, just on the wrong end of that play right there for sure. AD, kind of wiry, not the thickest guy, but he has some power when he gets going. It's fun to watch.
Play number 20, Allie. LeBron between the legs to Dwight. What do you think it meant to LeBron to lead the league in assists in year 17?
Given how much he continues to remind everyone that he's not a scoring kind of player first and foremost, it's all about his teammates, that checks that box. And he does it in year 17, which is very impressive. But moments like this, we saw the one earlier in the countdown with Dwight in Indiana behind the head. It's just like he knows that Dwight's ready for whenever you're going to deliver, and he'll do it on the back end as well.
How fun was Dwight's redemption season, Brett? And none of us saw it coming.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I covered him for the LA Times back in 2012-13. So many expectations. He was coming off a surgery, never quite got his legs under him, so to speak. This time, expectations lower, and he delivered. I mean, he had fun with the fans, taking selfies with them, pre-COVID, of course, courtside. Really a fun addition to the Lakers. No pressure on him. What a nice, one of many nice redemption tours for this roster.
I want to talk about play 14 because I feel like it flies under the radar until we all just saw it again. It's JaVale's block. Allie, I mean, it's one of the best blocks of the year without a doubt on any team.
Oh, absolutely. And here, this just right here, JaVale's a two-time champ before winning his third this season. He understands timing, moments, and situations. And it's one of those plays that really reminds us all of the roles that so many guys had on this team and to play it to a T. Be a superstar in your role.
Yeah, great point.
And he did that all season long.
Yeah, especially in the playoffs, too. JaVale, not a lot of playing time in some of these series. Yeah. Same for Dwight Howard. Markieff Morris kind of in and out of that starting lineup. I thought the big men, as a whole for the Lakers, really showed good versatility and good patience, too. They realized the prize would come when they got to touch that Larry O'Brien trophy after they won the championship.
What about how unselfish the Laker bigs were?
So unselfish. I mean, you know, they weren't in it, Dwight in particular, not in it to try to get back to his 20 points and 10 rebound, 20 rebound days. Just happy to be here. It was a joy to watch.
So much fun to watch those bigs every single night show up and do their job.
I know. Really impressive. This has been a lot of fun, and we're still going, by the way.
Keep it rolling.
The same exact dunk that Kobe did 19 years prior.
You know, it's when the greats talk about how only they can understand what each other are going through, are setting out to accomplish and do. LeBron has always prided himself on being a historian of the game. He's seen this play over and over again. What happened was the legendary Andy Bernstein capturing the moment that allowed it to become a side-by-side and such a legendary moment for all of us.
Yeah, Andy Bernstein's seen so much great NBA action. I'm sure he's really excited to see what the Lakers did under such trying circumstances. You know, there's this whole talk of an asterisk championship. Thankfully, that has gone away because you watch what the Lakers had to go through in the bubble and just pretty much the entire season, too, whether it was talking about Kobe, his untimely passing, and just a long 4-month break before everyone got back together in Orlando. And thankfully, some iconic moments like that one for us to kind of savor and remember this season.
So many moments where we said you can't make that up.
Yeah.
That was one of them right there.
Unbelievable.
Up next, the moment you've all been waiting for, our top 3 plays from the 2019-2020 season. What's number one?
This historic 2020 NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Laker fans, we've waited for this. Oh, how we've waited for this. The Lakers are back on top. The NBA champion for a 17th time. Go ahead, Big K. Here's your moment.
Get down low, Brad. Take a sip.
We're not coming into work tomorrow, are we, Mickey? Thank you. Yeah, feels good.
Number 17, baby.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of what this organization is all about. And it's just success, winning, decade after decade after decade. Congratulations.
No, baby. The Lakers are back on top, guys, for the first time in 10 years.
Number 17, we got you. That's all I got to say.
Well, that didn't make you feel good all over again, Allie.
I could relive that night over and over again.
One of our producers, Nicole, put that together.
Amazing.
That was fun, Brez.
It took me about a week and a half to recover from that night. That was an amazing
It really
time.
did.
Wish we could do it again.
Oh, we weren't drinking grape juice?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Apple juice, maybe?
Scars were
Apple
great.
juice?
Scars were great. And by the way, the Dodgers followed and did the same thing a couple weeks later, so that was a lot of fun. All right, number 3 on our top plays of the year. You guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
AD puts the Suns' Aaron Baines on a poster on New Year's Day.
Danny Green lob. AD! What a play! Showtime!
Wow, what a play by Anthony Davis. Danny Green throws it up there. There's a guy there, but Anthony Davis over the top of Baines and just flushes it. That was nice. That was really executed to perfection.
So that is number 3. 2020, of course, a brutal year, and it started on day 1 for Baines, Brez. Just a smashing by Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and Baines is not a small guy. He's kind of a bigger dude, but Danny Green, not quite known for his passing acumen. Nice little hook pass to him. And Baines, get out of the way if you can. He couldn't, and that's what happened right there, Allie.
That's what I was going to say. Aaron Baines is not a small individual.
No, he's a large man.
AD put him in a body bag
Yeah,
with no reservation.
I mean, you got to respect Baines for at least showing a little something, showing a little effort. But at the end of the day, Brez, we saw AD do this to so many people.
And AD knew it, too. He did the little celebration there. He was pumped up, and so many big plays by him. What an acquisition for the Lakers all throughout the entire season, and especially in the playoffs, of course.
Are you guys excited to see what number 2 is?
Yeah, what do you got for us?
Well, in year 17, LeBron showed he still has a lot left in the tank. Number 2 play on our countdown. Here's LeBron showing why he is still the king against Sacramento.
He's shooting 38% from downtown. Here comes LBJ! Look out!
Oh, the crowd on their feet. That's what they came to see. If nothing else happens, they're happy now. They are still buzzing.
Oh, yeah.
Bielitsa says, why me? Why didn't I just get out the way? Vintage LeBron.
I guess we got a hint of how good you feel on that dunk on Bielitsa. At what point do you realize you're going to go a little bit higher even than usual?
I just feel great, man. I feel great. I've been saying it all year, just to have my spring back, to have my quick twitch back, just to be me again. I feel great, and for me, it wouldn't be possible without my teammates and my coaches putting me in position to be successful, and that's it.
An absolute hammer on Bielitsa at 35 years old. Allie, this was a redemption year, washed king. I know you've seen so many LeBron dunks over the years, but this one just had a little something to it.
It did.
Because of, I think, all the talk in the offseason.
And I still can't believe that was even like last season. It feels like that was forever ago.
I know, wasn't that 6 years ago?
Yeah, I know. But just a quick twitch, that's what he says. Feels good to have my quick twitch back. Yeah. We just gave Aaron Baines respect. Like, Bielitsa, what were you doing?
You can't try to take a charge on that. I mean, come on.
I love
He's
this
like,
Stu.
I'm so mad I committed, but I'm here.
I love that Stu did a little Access 360 where he's like, oh, man, he's got the face.
Right. Stu's been calling games for decades. It's probably been a while since he saw a power dunk like that. Yeah, Bielitsa, you're not going to take the charge. Just going to kind of move your shoulder a little bit. That's just going to end badly for you. And LeBron looks right at him, says, I got you, big guy.
The bench reaction is so legendary as well. But, Brez, we just, all year long, we saw moments like that from LeBron James. And we all know what happened the year before where he got hurt. Yeah. And there was just so much chatter about him not being the king, him not being the best player anymore. Does he still have anything left in the tank? He quieted everybody from day one on.
Yeah, on a mission, right away. And he had a long off season. We talked about that a lot during the regular season. He never had this much time to kind of reflect on what went wrong. 2 seasons ago now, I missed almost 7 weeks with that groin injury, came back so strong, and saved the best for last. His playoff rounds, 1 through 4, seemed to get better with every single round. The first round, he averaged a triple-double and somehow did better than that. Maybe not statistically, but just presence. And the mental aspect really drove this team to that championship.
So one of our producers, Jordan, brought up a great point because we're always in the newsroom talking about the top 50 plays and what's going to be number 1. And if this next play doesn't happen, LeBron's dunk is number 1, and it can't be debated.
I think I know where we're going.
But it happened. Big-time players come through in big-time moments, and AD did just that in our number 1 play. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals against the Nuggets, the Brow called game.
2.1 seconds remaining. Denver a foul to give. Jokic trying to disrupt Rondo. He puts it in. Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers!
Rondo brings in Anthony Davis, 3 for the win. He got it! No time on the clock. It's over. Anthony Davis hits a 3. The Lakers win it.
Hey, Anthony, after you hit the shot, it looked like on the video that you mouthed Kobe. Not sure if that was actually the case, but wanted to ask you your feeling and just take us through that moment.
I did. I mean, obviously we wearing the jerseys. He's hit countless shots like that, to win games, regular season playoffs, finals. To do something like that, in the jersey we wore tonight, it just makes it even more special.
Prez, there's no debate this year, which is kind of boring for all of us in the newsroom, but it's also refreshing. AD forever becomes part of Laker lore, hitting the shot of his career.
Yeah, no doubt. You had to kind of keep that Denver team at bay, young, up and coming. Did a number on the Clippers in the previous round, and this is how you do it. Right over Jokic, too. Not a small little 6'3" guard who got switched out on. He was right there in AD space. Kind of a newer element to AD's game as well, just in the last few years as he started hitting threes. And none bigger than that, no shot bigger than that in his entire career, Allie.
I mean, I think everything that led up to this moment, the fact that he had never been in the conference finals before.
Ever.
You think about the back and forth between him and Nikola down the stretch that you're not going to forget about. Of course, Nikola going up over him a possession before.
This was the game of the series.
1,000%.
Yeah,
him wanting that moment. I said words in that moment that I cannot repeat on television.
Yeah, I've told the story of how we were all in here. We went like
so exciting.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, like this is how you become a legend.
Yes.
Right, Allie? You hit shots like this.
You say that you want to be it, which AD did all season long, and then you show up in those moments, and you become a legend.
Brez, so much to this play, right? The fact that I think Jamal Murray blocks that shot and it goes out of bounds right there, and there's still 2 seconds left on the clock or 1 point, whatever. And then Frank calls timeout, and Rondo says, can you put me in? And he delivers a bounce pass dime. Plumlee getting lost on defense. But the biggest thing, in the Kobe jerseys, him yelling Kobe after he hits that shot. That was one of the moments that we'll never forget.
You, sir, just gave me some chills right there.
Thank you.
Just reflecting back on how important that was and just seeing the raw emotion from Anthony Davis. And even Mike Trudell, the Laker reporter, asked the perfect question after the game. Did I see you mouth the word Kobe? And AD said, absolutely, and started talking about that. Obviously, a big moment for a big player, a new player to this Laker franchise, honoring one of the greatest, not for the Lakers, but in all of NBA history.
Like Frank said right after, that's what Kobe did. Hit shots like that.
Amazing.
It was just so storytelling.
That was fun.
Perfect ending.
No debates.
Boring.
No arguments, but that's what championships
disappointed.
bring. That does it for our Lakers top plays. We hope you had fun. I know for us, it sure was awesome having so many great plays to choose from. A special shout out to our entire Sportsnet crew. They've worked tremendously hard on this show. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching so long.